All right, folks, tonight we're diving headfirst into the gloriously messy world of cognitive psychology. Think of it as trying to understand the instruction manual for your brain, but the manual's written in ancient Sanskrit and half the pages are missing. It's a wild ride. First up, we've got the big kahunas of cognitive development, Jean Piaget and Lev Vygotsky. These guys were all about how we build knowledge, like mental contractors with wildly different blueprints. Piaget, the OG play-based learning advocate, reckoned kids learn by actively exploring their world, like tiny scientists running amok in a lab of building blocks and Play-Doh. Piaget gave us stages of development, like milestones for your brain. From the sensoromotor stage of babies shoving everything in their mouths, we've all been there, to the formal operational stage where teenagers finally grasp abstract thought. Debatable, I know. It's like leveling up in a video game, but instead of gaining magical powers, you gain the ability to understand algebra. Thrilling stuff. But hold on, Vygotsky steps in with a plot twist. He's all about the power of social interaction, like a chatty contractor who believes two heads are better than one. Unless they're arguing over IKEA instructions, then it's just chaos. Vygotsky gave us the zone of proximal development, that sweet spot where you're almost ready to learn something new, but need a little nudge from a more knowledgeable buddy. Think of it like needing a spotter when you're attempting to deadlift your body weight. Now, let's talk about Albert Bandura, the king of social learning theory. This guy's basically the reason your parents panicked when you listened to a minute of heavy metal as a kid. They were terrified you'd turn into a leather-clad guitar-shredding rebel overnight. Bandura's big contribution? Observational learning, baby! We learn by watching others, like tiny spies soaking up information. Remember the Bobo doll experiment? Kids watched adults either clobber or cuddle a giant inflatable clown, and guess what? They imitated the behavior. It's both hilarious and slightly terrifying, like realizing your toddler just learned how to pick up swear words from watching cable news. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. Bandura also showed us the power of positive role models. See someone being kind? You're more likely to follow suit. It's like the opposite of those don't do drugs commercials, where the guy ends up face down in a gutter. Show kids, and let's be honest, adults too, positive examples, and watch the good vibes spread faster than a cat video on the internet. Ever feel like your brain's a browser with too many tabs open? That's cognitive load, my friend, and it ain't pretty. Think of your working memory, the mental scratch pad where you hold information temporarily, like a tiny desk barely big enough for a post-it note. Now imagine trying to cram a 1000-page encyclopedia on that desk. Spoiler alert, it's gonna collapse. There are three types of cognitive load: intrinsic, extraneous, and germane. Intrinsic load is the inherent difficulty of the information itself, like trying to understand quantum physics while hungover. Extraneous load is the unnecessary noise and distractions that make learning harder, like trying to study with a flock of pigeons tap dancing on your roof. And finally, germane load is the good stuff, the mental effort that actually helps you understand and remember. It's like finally finding that perfect study playlist that makes your brain hum with focus. The goal, my friends, is to minimize the bad load and maximize the good. It's like decluttering your mental pantry and stocking it with brain-boosting snacks instead of expired junk food. Smart cookies? Spearman, Gardner, and Sternberg's takes on intelligence. Now let's talk about intelligence. That elusive concept that's more slippery than a buttered eel in a bathtub. It's a topic that has fascinated and puzzled scholars, educators, and psychologists for centuries. Is it a single, measurable thing like IQ tests would have us believe? These tests often focus on logical reasoning, mathematical skills, and language abilities. But do they capture the full spectrum of human intelligence? Or is it more nuanced and multifaceted than that? Could it be that intelligence encompasses a broader range of abilities and talents that traditional tests fail to measure? Hold on to your thinking caps, folks, because things are about to get philosophical. We're diving deep into the theories of three influential thinkers who have shaped our understanding of intelligence. First up, we've got Charles Spearman, the OG intelligence guru who gave us the G factor. Spearman's theory was groundbreaking in its simplicity and elegance. Spearman believed that intelligence was a general cognitive ability, like a mental Swiss Army knife that could be used for all sorts of tasks. This general intelligence, or G, was thought to underlie our performance across various cognitive tasks. If you're good at math, chances are you're also good at verbal reasoning, spatial awareness, and probably parallel parking too. Spearman's idea was that these abilities are interconnected, all stemming from the same source of general intelligence. It's all connected, according to Spearman. This interconnectedness suggests that improving one cognitive skill could potentially enhance others, making the concept of G a powerful tool in understanding human intelligence. But hold on, Howard Gardner enters the ring with a different perspective. Gardner challenged the notion of a single, unified intelligence. He's all about multiple intelligences, like a buffet of brainpower with something for everyone. Gardner's theory suggests that we possess a variety of intelligences, each one independent of the others. Gardner argues that we have different cognitive strengths and weaknesses, from linguistic to musical to interpersonal intelligence. This means that someone might excel in one area while struggling in another, and that's perfectly normal. You might be a wordsmith who can craft a sonnet in their sleep, but struggle to read a map. Or perhaps you're a musical genius who can play any instrument by ear, but finds it challenging to solve mathematical problems. It's all good, according to Gardner. We're all intelligent in our own unique ways. This perspective celebrates the diversity of human abilities and encourages us to recognize and nurture our individual strengths. And last but not least, we've got Robert Sternberg and his triarchic theory of intelligence. Sternberg's approach offers a balanced view that incorporates elements of both Spearman's and Gardner's theories. Sternberg's like the Goldilocks of intelligence theories, finding the sweet spot between Spearman's general factor and Gardner's multiple intelligences. He proposes 3 aspects of intelligence: analytical, book smarts; creative, thinking outside the box; and practical, street smarts. Analytical intelligence involves problem solving and logical reasoning, the kind of skills that are often measured by traditional IQ tests. Creative intelligence is about innovation and the ability to generate new ideas, while practical intelligence involves applying knowledge to real-world situations. It's like a delicious intelligence cake with layers of brilliance. Each layer represents a different aspect of intelligence, and together they create a rich, complex picture of human cognitive abilities. So whether you lean towards Spearman's unified G, Gardner's multiple intelligences, or Sternberg's triarchic theory, one thing is clear: intelligence is a multifaceted and dynamic trait. Understanding these theories helps us appreciate the diverse ways in which people think, learn, and solve problems. By embracing these different perspectives, educators and psychologists can develop more personalized and effective approaches to teaching and learning, ultimately helping individuals reach their full potential. So next time you ponder the nature of intelligence, remember that it's not just about being book smart or having a high IQ. It's about recognizing and valuing the myriad ways in which we all contribute to the tapestry of human knowledge and creativity. From classroom to couch, real-world uses for brain hacks. So, we've explored the wacky world of cognitive theories, but how does any of this apply to real life, you ask? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because these brain hacks have implications for everything from education to therapy to just trying to survive a family holiday gathering without losing your mind. In education, understanding cognitive load can help teachers design more effective lessons. It's about breaking down complex information into bite-sized chunks, like feeding your brain a gourmet meal instead of force-feeding it a whole turkey. And incorporating different learning styles, a nod to Gardner's multiple intelligences, can make learning more engaging and accessible for all students. In therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, draws on principles of learning and cognition to help people identify and change negative thought patterns. It's like giving your brain a software update to replace those pesky negative thoughts with more helpful and realistic ones. and understanding social learning theory can help therapists develop interventions that promote positive behaviors and social skills. And let's not forget about the everyday applications. Understanding cognitive load can help you design a more efficient workspace, manage your time better, and avoid getting sucked into the black hole of internet rabbit holes. We've all been there. And knowing about different learning styles can help you study more effectively, communicate better with others, and even choose hobbies that align with your cognitive strengths. Next up, the terrible twos and beyond. But wait, there's more. We've only just scratched the surface of this fascinating field. Next time, we'll be diving into the wild world of developmental psychology, exploring the emotional, social, and cognitive changes that occur throughout the lifespan. We'll tackle the terrible twos and threes and fours, the hormonal roller coaster of adolescence, the existential dread of midlife crises, and the wisdom, or lack thereof, that comes with old age. It's going to be a wild ride, folks, so buckle up and get ready for more brain-bending insights. Join the Brainy Bunch. And that's our show for tonight, folks. We hope you enjoyed this whirlwind tour of cognitive psychology. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more brainy content, and leave a comment below with your burning psychology questions. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay off my lawn.